My name is Michael DeLu. I'm here with my beautiful co-host, Raj. Jig is Wavy, and we're the Jumpoff Los Angeles. Before I get into this episode, I want to ask everyone who's watching this, subscribe, like, comment. You like my shirt, you like her hat, you like his chain, you like his laptop. Everything you do helps us grow. So let's get into our guest today, Aanysa. How are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
We're good. How's your Sunday so far?
It's cool. A little tired, but it's cool. Hold on. What about you?
Okay. Yes. What about you?
Oh, very productive. It's been
I'm
very
always
productive.
good when we hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all look
Fun
forward
day.
to Sundays
Yeah,
because
it's a
it's
fun
like
day.
really, we like doing this.
It's always a
We
good
like
vibe.
to be in each other's energy and just
Presence,
talk.
I feel it. I feel it.
Yes.
Definitely. So what's new for you in the past 6 months?
Well, I just dropped a new video. It's called Revenge.
Ooh,
I
yes.
shot that on my birthday, July 30th.
Okay.
And it's been out for about maybe a month now. So
And it's
go
doing
check that
numbers.
out.
It's
Thank
doing
the Lord,
numbers.
because it's original content, so you never know what you're gonna get from that. But I have a lot of great people and a great team behind me, so I'm just really thankful for that. And I have another single coming soon. I don't have an exact date, but it's coming, so y'all stay tuned for that.
Okay.
And yeah, everything else I've just been working, getting into the studio, trying to stay productive. And
You mentioned your team. Like, did you know for a fact that you would need a team? Like, did you ever think, like, did you ever know that it would be so much work that when you wouldn't be able to do it all by yourself?
yeah, I've been in the industry since I was 11 years old.
Wow,
So I'm 20 now. So from jump, I knew that it wasn't going to be an easy task, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And thank the Lord I have my management, Angie Irons, a.k.a. My Thai representation, who kind of stepped in and took over and helped me along the way. So I'm like, she's hella dope for that. It's one person. Like, she's hella dope.
Oh, wow.
But she does everything.
Dang.
Literally everything.
Wow. She's
That's
talented
crazy.
too.
She's organized.
Yes. She
Gotta
is.
be. Gotta be.
She is.
So how
Incredible.
did you start off in the industry? With music?
Well, I moved out to California when I left Kansas City, Missouri, because that's where I'm from.
Okay.
You had the Chiefs?
Do I like the Chiefs?
That's your
When they're
favorite team?
winning? Yeah, I like the
Okay.
Chiefs. I'm not really too into all the sports stuff. My
I
sport.
mean, one day you're probably going to perform at the Super Bowl or something big time.
I
like
hope
that.
so.
Okay,
So-
speaking
I hope
into
so.
existence.
My favorite sport is track, though. That's the only sport that I really.
That's
I did
sport.
track,
Did you run
yes.
track?
That's not a
Track.
sport. That's a punishment.
Wait, what race?
There's
Wait a
no way
minute.
that's a
What
sport.
You said what?
Don't pay no attention.
You said it's
what
not a
events?
sport?
No.
I said it's not a sport.
No. I ran track. It's definitely a sport.
Pause.
It's
Why
a-
is it not a sport?
It's a sport. It's a very disciplining sport. as
In the
well.
Olympics,
Yes.
it's not a sport.
Bro, that shit doesn't. Bro, running for fun, like,
Can
But I
you run
enjoy
like
running.
huh?
Can you run like
Can
that?
you
No, I just, I don't.
It
It's
takes
more like
time.
a punishment to me.
You gotta
I
work
don't
towards
know.
it. I'm not saying it's fun.
Okay,
It's not
I
fun,
just
don't
think
mean
it's more
not
like
a
a
sport.
punishment, but that's
Only
just
the
my-
real ones can really hang in there.
True. Facts
All
are facts.
us.
We don't make the rules.
What were your events in track?
I ran the 100, 200, 400, and 4x1. But
Damn.
my event was always a 200. Like, that's the one
Really?
that I went off
Sheesh.
on.
Yeah,
I ran
the
that
200
couple
go.
times, yeah.
But anyway, so I moved out here when I was like 11. And we moved out here for my dad's job, but I also knew that I wanted to quit track and become an entertainer. So I met my management, Angie Irons, when I was 11 years old. I went through vocal training. And then from there, like, she was just like, you have way too much talent that, like, I want you to start really, really focusing in on being an artist. So I started going through artist development from, like, 12 to now. I feel like as an artist, you never stop developing.
Yeah.
There's never, like, an end time because you're always finding new ways to, like, create and learn yourself and learn new avenues. So, yeah, like, that's how I started, and I've been in it for a long time.
So you're
So
really developed in everything, because I see you also have, like, dance videos up, too. Like, you're pretty well-rounded.
That's what I was gonna ask. I'm like, how did that?
Um,
I'm happy you came
I've
along
been-
with me to that.
Okay, this is funny because people always ask me if I'm a self-taught dancer, and pretty much yes. The only dance that I've ever trained in my life is African dance. That's the only dance. I went to an African center school from literally like kindergarten to 5th grade. So in this school, we
They
were
have those?
in Kansas City.
Oh, I was like, they have those in LA?
Excuse me. Yeah, I went to that school, so we had after school programs where we would do performances and like talent shows and stuff, and I was always involved. Always. I just like when it comes to performing, I like to be seen. So I knew from there, like, this is something that I really enjoy and I like to do, and it's not just a hobby. Like, this is a passion.
So who are some people that you look up to? Some artists that you look up to?
Ooh, girl, I can give you a whole catalog. I can give you a whole catalog. Number one, definitely. What's that?
Also, on top of that, just getting right into that, some artists
You
you
want to
love
work
to work with.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Let's connect the two.
Bruno Mars,
Ooh.
Beyonce, and Chris
course.
Brown. Those three, specifically because of their whole performance.
Like they all sing and dance.
Yeah,
For
like
sure.
they all come, like, it's not, when you go to one of their shows, it's not just like, oh, they're singing and just singing. It's a whole production.
They're
A real
entertainers
show,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yes.
It's a real show.
Yeah.
And who else? I listen to so many people. Darter, I don't know if you guys know who they are. They're a band, an alternative band. I would love to write with Darter. I have so many people on my list that I would just love to get in the studio with and just love to sit down and have a talk with to understand like how they went
wanna
about
learn.
it. Rihanna, absolutely.
Did you watch her Fenty?
Yes.
Girl, I teared up. I really did.
I should have.
I teared up.
I should have.
It touched
That was
my soul.
beautiful. That was beautiful. I was like, you know, she'd been gone for a long time. All of a sudden, she dropped clothes in here and there, and I don't know. This woman just does it all.
Yeah.
She
You
just,
cannot limit her.
When you say gone for a long while, what do you mean?
wait. What?
You said she's been gone for a long while. What do you mean by that?
Like, as far as the music scene,
Exactly, because
Yeah.
she's busy
Yeah.
making power moves.
Yeah, she's doing
Man.
what she needs to do. I think she's really
a-
just trying to
yeah.
get her foundation totally set up
Yes.
for her to be able to be like, okay, that's handled. Now I can go back to this.
Yeah, like we said in a previous interview, she really has her fans begging for music. Like,
Yeah.
please drop something. Like, I understand it's not really like your main focus right now, but like we done been with you through the struggle, through the grind. Like, reward us with an album, an EP,
Right.
a couple songs, something. Cause
Her
like
numbers are gonna go bananas with
Yeah.
last,
She
thing
dropped
she,
some.
last thing she was on, like music wise, was Wild Thoughts. And that was in 2017.
And the song still goes.
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
play it.
Yeah. That whole last album, but it still goes.
Yeah. What are some avenues that you would go down? Like, you know, Rihanna has her, you know, side hustles that are really big hustles. Beyonce does a lot of things like beyond music. What are some things that you would venture off into?
I definitely want to venture off into the dance world. Other than singing, I want to venture off to the dance world. Clothing. I love fashion. Like, absolutely love fashion. I have this friend of mine who is trying to become a stylist now, and we speak about clothes almost every single day, and like just getting fits together. Like, that's something that I'm also very passionate about. So those are like the main two so far. I'm pretty sure as I grow and develop, like, I'll come up with more ideas.
Yeah.
But those two, like, I know I want to do something with those two worlds for sure.
That's dope.
You should stop acting as well.
Yes, I'm a little shy when it comes to acting,
Mhm.
though. I've gone on like auditions. I've done some stuff here and there, nothing too major, but I would love to do it. I'm just shy.
You
That's
take
something
natural
that
to
I'm
the
shy.
camera.
Yeah,
You take very
Definitely.
natural
I
to
wouldn't
the
know
camera.
that if you didn't say that.
That's crazy
Yeah.
you say that.
Well, I like to be on camera. Like,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
like I like to be on camera, but like, you see how I just got in the room and I have to do the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, wait, what I gotta say? Okay, I gotta remember stuff. Like, this
Yeah.
memorization, because look, I'm gonna mess up and say something crazy. Y'all gonna be like, that was not the line. That was not the line.
It makes fun for bloopers.
Always.
So going back to music and dance, do you have an equal love for both of them, you would say?
Have you been asked that before?
Yes.
Yeah.
And every time I just try to avoid the question.
My bad.
I would say no. I love being able to use my voice more than anything in the world, because I remember when I was younger and I was going through a little bit of a time where I didn't really know who the heck I was trying to become or what I was trying to do, and stuck between track and singing and, you know, all this stuff. And I would listen to artists like Darter like Beyonce, and who kind of felt like the voice for me at the time. So I love that when people listen to my music and they may DM me, hit me up on Instagram, they're like, I understand, like you said, the words that I can't say. Like, that is the most rewarding thing for me.
That's beautiful.
Being that voice.
But I love dancing.
Cool. Okay.
Like, that's also a way for me to express myself, but singing and being able to reach people who I don't even know, like, that's dope as hell to me.
Yeah.
What are some of the songs that you kind of resonated with when you were going through, when you were kind of questioning was it your ability or just like, what were you questioning in that time? And then what songs did you listen to?
I was questioning because my parents gave me an ultimatum. It was either you're going to sing or you're going to do track, because both cost money.
Right.
And I was like, well, I want to do both of them. I want to do both, but I couldn't. So there's this song by Darter, and it's called Shallows. She in this song, she speaks about how she gets into this shell pretty much, and she says, like, if you're trying to look for me, if you're trying to find me, you can find me in the shallows. You can find me there, because that's the space that I'm in right now. And me being so young, like, I don't know, it really felt like I was going through some, like, deep stuff, and it probably was deep for what it was now from then, but I really understood where she was coming from, because I'm like, oh my God, I really don't know what I want to do. Like, both of these are, like, very passionate for me. Like, I loved running track. Like, being able to travel because you can run fast, sign me up. I want to do it. Like, so, yeah, that song, definitely, I love her.
For sure.
Being able to travel because you can run fast. What are some other places? What are some places you traveled to that you loved, and other destinations you want to visit to?
Number one being New York.
Okay.
Absolutely love
That you
New
love
York.
or have one travel to?
That I love.
Okay.
You love the coat season?
Yes.
Because I'm looking, your leather jacket is off the chain.
Yes,
so.
I love the cold season. I'm from where it gets snowy and cold, so I love it. That's the one thing I don't like about California, is that it's just hot. It's hot.
Dang, that's the first time I've heard that.
Arizona's hot.
Arizona's hot. LA, California,
California's good weather.
And see, I'm never in Arizona. Like,
you don't.
You wouldn't catch me there, because I don't. I like, me and the heat, we don't get along. I like the cold. Another place that I really want to go and travel to is Ibiza.
Okay.
China, for sure, and Japan, just because their fashion industry. They're like 30,000 years ahead of us when it comes to fashion, and I really would like to see, like, how the heck do y'all come up with stuff? So those two places for sure so far. But I'm grateful to go anywhere, honestly. Oh, another place I love is Atlanta. I love Atlanta.
Never been there.
Yes, for sure.
You say you've been there?
I've never been there. Yeah, you've been there.
I've been there. Amazing.
I haven't been there, but I want to go.
So, like, you done had some good times in
I
Atlanta.
had a great weekend. It was really good. I'm like, whoa. Like, this place is everything I thought. Like, when the movies and stuff, how, like, the nightlife is busting and popping. Shit was incredible.
Really?
That was all true?
For the most part, yeah.
Dang.
But ain't nothing better than LA. Let me just throw that out there. Nothing better than Los Angeles.
Uh-oh.
Teach us on.
So what are some of the things you see yourself, or you want to accomplish further down the line of this year? So, like, within the next couple of months, like, what do you want to see happen?
I want to continue to learn me. That's one goal I really have. I also want to continue to just put out content, dance videos, covers, everything. Like, that stuff is just what it brings people.
Yeah.
And it showcases you. So just doing that and just trying to reach out to people. I have really big plans for the new year that's coming up that I cannot talk about yet.
Dang it.
But I have extremely big plans that I'm super excited about. So y'all just have to stay tuned for those.
For sure. Will you be back on the show so you can share those big plans?
Are y'all going to invite me?
Definitely. You're invited now. Yeah. I wanted to get into, like, your music Revenge. We already spoke on it. You're doing numbers on YouTube. The video is dope. I love the original content. And you had a verse in there that kind of struck my attention.
What are you talking about?
What is it?
Talking about the second verse?
Okay, wait. I'm going to just say it. I hit your homeboy up.
Oh,
Is that something you would do though?
No.
No. Okay.
No. I when I was writing that song, first of all, it took me an hour to write that whole song because when I got into the studio and I heard that beat, I was like, oh, I'm finna talk my head. Like that's exactly.
I got that energy.
Yeah. And I think if I can remember correctly, I think at the time I had just found out that the guy that I was speaking to was speaking to someone else. So I was just like, oh yeah, you got me messed up. He got me messed up. Everybody got me messed up. And I love to take it out in my music. So when I was writing that, I was writing it from a perspective of, first of all, I have homegirls who will and has done things like that. Yeah. So I was just like, what's something that you know will bother a dude? But it depends on the dude, because some men, some.
Oh, here we go.
Let's get into
it. They'll be okay with that. They're like, oh, slide her to the next one. But then I feel like if you really care about your partner,
that part,
you definitely would feel some type of way. So I was just thinking, like, what's something that would irritate me if it was done to me?
Yeah.
And that was one thing. So I was just like, I hit your best friend up, and he was kind of like, hello, friend.
Lines crossed. I love it. Who would you compare yourself to? Like, if you could, like, what artist would you compare yourself to nowadays?
Aanysa.
And I love it. That's that question was intended for you to answer.
Before you do a performance or a dance video, do you still get nervous?
Absolutely.
Yeah, every time?
I played at Coachella last year, and I was behind stage looking at a sea of people, and I was just like, why am I here? What am I doing? I was like, what am I doing? Girl, you're not going to go out there. What are you doing? Go ahead and go back to the dressing room. But literally, when I hit the stage, I become a whole different person.
Yeah.
Like, that is such a comfort zone for me. So I could be hella nervous behind stage, but as soon as y'all hear me say, what's up? Or whatever, I'm coming out saying, I'm cool from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Does that show, like, how much, like, it really means to you? Like, that you're so worried about putting on a perfect performance for the people who are taking time out of the day to see you?
Yeah, absolutely. And you want people to like you. Like, I never want to experience going onto a stage and people like, boo.
Yeah.
I'm going home and crying. Like, I'm out of there. But yeah, it means everything to me. People are taking the time to watch me, to listen to me. But when it came to that Coachella performance, as soon as I hit the stage, I already felt amazing because people from Jump knew my lyrics. So I was like,
whoa.
Dang,
I was like, oh, y'all mess with a little Midwest girl. Love it. Love it.
And how do you want girls to feel, or guys to feel, when they listen to your music?
Safe.
Yeah.
Heard. And loved. Because I feel like that's a lot of things that a lot of kids or younger adults don't feel.
That's true.
Did you feel like you had that growing up?
What exactly?
Like the love, the safe part, being cared for?
I have an amazing family, but all families have their struggles.
Of course.
So it's like I felt the love, but I didn't feel as heard as I wanted to be. But that's just something that I had to work through, and I worked through it through my music, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's incredible. I mean, damn, I just, like, thinking, like, because those Coachella crowds are crazy. Like, what was that moment like? Was it like I wouldn't say was it a defining moment, but did you pause before you went up there and said, damn, like,
was that your biggest performance?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, let's get into that.
And I performed on the same weekend that Beyonce was performing, so many people were there, so many. When, I don't know, it was very humbling. It was like God had really answered my prayers, because I was homeschooled at the time, finishing up high school, and I was just thinking to myself, like, dang, this person is getting to perform at Coachella. Like, I really want to perform at Coachella. But I didn't think a couple days later I was going to get the call and be like, we're going to Coachella in 2 days. Like, I literally had about maybe 2 to 3 days to rehearse, and then I was on stage. So, yeah, it was just super humbling. And I cannot do anything but give praise to the Most High because that really came out of nowhere. It's not like it was planned months in advance or anything like that. It literally happened like 3 days before. And I played both weekends. So it was, I don't even, like sometimes I look back at footage and I'm like, yo, was I really up there singing in front of all these people? And they're down there like, yeah, first break. I'm like, wow.
What were your initial feelings coming off of stage?
I'm hungry.
She kept it 100.
No,
Man,
seriously, because I have a very strict regimen before I perform. I don't eat within 2 hours before performing.
Oh, wow.
I have anxiety, y'all. Like I be like having to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
And like I just
no
don't
shame
have
about that.
I don't have the time for that, and it just be butterflies. Like
Yeah.
I don't have the time for all that, and plus like my throat, I want to make sure my vocal cords are clean and smooth and no mishaps are gonna go wrong, you know. So as soon as I got off stage, I was like, I'm hungry and I have to use the restroom. Simple.
We knew about your Coachella performance, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. What was your fits? Because I know you talk about being in, you know, the fashion and you love it. So when you go do a performance, like, do you already have an idea of what you want to wear or like what you want to look like, your presence and everything like that?
Yeah, I definitely, I knew what I wanted to wear for Coachella because one, it's super dusty and it's hot out there. Y'all know I don't like being hot. I said that like 7 times. So when I performed, my performance outfit was probably the hottest thing I had on because it was like these garter pants with a chain in between connecting the bottom from the top, and then I had on some black patent leather boots. And they were 6-inch heels. That was probably the scariest thing because the stage was so big that when I was walking out there, I was like, "Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall." I'm like, but
and you danced?
Yeah.
Oh, you talented.
Talented. But that was probably the hottest outfit I had on. And even with that, I had on like a crop top thing. And then when I changed into my regular clothes to just walk around and stuff, I had on like some. I think I had on some Spanx and like a crop top. I don't even like to wear crop tops, y'all. Like, I don't really like to show my body like that at all. But it was so hot, I was like, no, I'm not doing this. You're not going to wear leggings today, Aanysa. This is just what you're not going to do. So, yeah. I always try to plan out my outfits ahead of time, though. But like I said, I had like 2 days.
Yeah.
2 to 3 days. So I was like, hitting Melrose. What am I going to find?
What did you think of Beyonce's Coachella documentary? Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
I'm trying to figure out what I thought about it because I knew I was emotional watching it. I was because that is something that I want to do. Like, I will be that one day.
Yes.
But it's figuring out the correct steps to get there. And, you know, as an artist who is, like, aspires to be something as big as Beyonce, Prince, Michael Jackson, like, all these people, you really don't want to mess up.
Yeah.
You know, because that one thing can really damage everything. So watching it, I was just like, damn, like I really want to be that one day. Even watching the Fenty show, I was looking at Normani, like that literally could have been me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I don't know. I get emotional, like, thinking about that stuff.
I feel what you mean.
Because I love the hell out of what I do. I really
It's
do.
passion, for sure.
I was watching Travis Scott's his documentary. As soon as I was done, I hit up everybody that was close to me. It was like, hey, bro, we need to start recording our documentary. Mm-hmm. And once we do make it to where we said we're going to do, that shit's going to pop. We're going to sell it to Netflix, collect our cheese, and we're going to keep
even his documentary, I was kind of emotional with, too, because I've been listening to Travis since Al Farrell. Like, that's my
I got bands. Hey.
Yeah, that is my favorite song.
Don't need these hoes.
Like,
100 racks to blow. Oh, that's my shit.
Song. Like, I remember the first time I heard that song, I was like, is this McMill?
Oh!
Is this McMill on
Fire!
here?
The whole, bro, fire! Oh my, incredible. That's crazy. I used to listen to that shit in the gym every single day.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to scare y'all. It's just like, when I get really excited about something, like...
I should be used to it,
no,
but I'm
because
not.
a lot of people don't, like...
That's what I'm saying.
Know about that.
I've been fucking with Travis Scott for a long time.
You always do say that.
Yeah,
you kind of put me on, honestly.
A long time.
I loved him so much, I went to go figure out what his real name was back in the day. I was like, Jacques Webster. Period. That's what he is. But yeah, like they're like just watching documentaries. Katy Perry has a documentary from a while back, and it's this one scene in this documentary of hers where she just found out through text message that her husband at the time wanted to get a divorce right before her show, and
I watched that.
yes, she was.
Did she start crying?
Yeah, when she was crying, she was literally crying, and they're
Russell
asking
Brand?
her like, they were asking her like, do you want to go on with the show? And for a while, she didn't say anything. She wasn't answering. She like put on this necklace that he had given her like a while back or whatever, and then out of nowhere, she was just like, start the show.
And she performed.
And she performed. Like it's moments like that that is just like, damn, like you really go through these up and down things just to be this iconic person.
That's what a lot of people like fail to understand. Where just as big as you get, you're still a human being. You still have emotions. You still have feelings. You're still a person. Like a lot of the stuff like that happens to you, or in your regular life happens to them. Like some of them, they lose their grandparents because of. With all the money they have, they don't have enough money to save their grandparents from cancer.
Right.
With like just a bunch of other things, like life happens to big time people as well. So I think that's something like a lot of people always
overlook.
and overlook.
It's a process. Like we literally mention this in every interview because we're literally going through a process right now.
Exactly.
Just doing this
And people
podcast.
feel like once they see the finished product, oh, this person can, you know what I mean? Like this, I'm gonna say a person's no longer human, but they don't really see them as like a person anymore. It's like this figure. Like Beyonce just said,
they just expect perfection all the time. I feel like,
That's why I try to keep it as transparent as possible. Like, if I'm on social media and I'm on live and someone is like, "Oh, how's your day, Aanysa?" I will dead ass be like, "Shitty," because if I'm not feeling good, I'm not feeling good.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm also that person who won't let you in too much on my feelings, just because I like to keep certain parts of me to myself. Like, I still like to keep a piece of me. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I like to be as transparent as possible because I do want people to understand with me, like, no, not every time am I okay. Not every time am I sad.
Yeah.
That's why I think a lot of people mess with Cardi B. Because she is still
she's honest.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Megan
incredible.
too, yeah. She's
So
very honest.
when you see artists like Travis that you have supported for a long time grow to like these new heights, like what is that? How does that feel to you? And like what does that tell you about like? Does that continue to motivate you? Like, oh, my time's coming. Like, everything's a process. Like, I'm gonna blow when it's my time. Like,
well, Nipsey said it best. The marathon continues.
Yes.
So, to see, you know, like people like Travis Scott and Megan Thee Stallion, even Halsey, like these people who have been working for it for so long, to see them get to where they are now, it is motivation. Because sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, sometimes I'm just like, damn, I've been doing this for a long time.
I was just
what
about
if
to get
this
into that.
isn't for me? But then I may have a dream, or like I'm very spiritual, so I really believe in like my dreams and like just the signs that I get these signs that's just like, no, you keep working. Like I was having that feeling as of recently, and then I got, you know, EJ hit me up about you guys, and then after that I got hit up for something with this network that I can't speak on, but I got hit up with this something with this network, and I was just like, all right, let's just keep
keep
pushing.
going.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what Nip said. Like the only distinguishing factor is that he never gave up. He never quit.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you have a dream and you
said
that
this
you
in
love
dedication,
it,
hard
you love it, you gotta
work
keep
plus
going.
patience.
Okay.
Exactly.
Success.
Keep going.
Period.
is hard work plus patience.
Yeah.
That's the formula for success.
Definitely.
I think a lot of people, including me, struggle with the patience part.
It's hard.
It's
you feel
hard.
like you feel like you're putting out good stuff. Like there's no reason why. I mean, I feel like for the most people, it's like knowing if people actually watch or listen to my shit, they will like it, and the fact that nobody's doing it because they just haven't.
And it's the fact that you're working so hard and you know that it's quality. So were there like moments in your career, like while you're pursuing your career, that you kind of felt like, dang, this is not for me, or that
Like,
you kind
things
of
are moving
doubted
slower than I
yourself?
thought.
Yeah. Are you even that?
Yeah, like I can literally name off so many times where I've just woken up and I'm like, this is just not like what. But then I get so stuck because I'm like, if it's not that, then what am I gonna do? Because I'm not passionate about anything else, and that's one thing about Aanysa is I'm not gonna do anything that I don't want to do.
Okay.
Like anything I'm gonna do, I want it to be passionate for me.
Mm-hmm.
So It's hard. It's a struggle, but I believe that with time, it'll get to where it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
It definitely will.
Honestly, we really want to say thank you for even being here today. We really appreciate
But
it.
thank you. I thank y'all for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
But
Good
before we
vibes,
let you
too.
go, I'm about to put you in the hot seat, like we said. The questions might get a little hot.
Okay.
They start off cold. We thought we just mix it. Just
It's
try to
mixed
answer
up.
to the best of your ability. If you don't feel comfortable, just say I plead the fifth. So I'm gonna start with the first one. Getting ready to go out. What song you playing?
Getting ready to go out. What song am I playing? Ain't Shit by Ruchi and AZ Chike.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My sister over there in the corner like, yeah.
Favorite cartoon when you were a kid?
I don't know. I think Billy and Mandy.
That show was hard.
It was.
Oh man.
What's your dream date?
What's my dream date?
Yep.
Like if a
Started
man
smiling.
took me
Yeah.
out. Oh my God, I don't think I've ever thought about that. You know what I really want though to happen to me? Just
Y'all
once in
listening, fellas?
life.
Watch this.
Just get me a beautiful, cool Airbnb and decorate it however you want to, and I just walk into it. That's all.
Oh, that's cute.
Those are hard.
That's cool.
I'm not really the girl for like the materialistics. Like just put in some effort and
Show me
thought
some
into
love.
it.
Yeah.
Biggest turn off.
Biggest turn on?
Off.
Off.
I was like, biggest turn on? Biggest turn off? Style.
Mm.
So if a nigga walk up to you with a
Snapchat.
South Pole t-shirt or Echo Unlimited t-shirt, just start laughing.
No, because it doesn't depend on what brand. Like for me, it's
It's how you put it
how
you
you
put
together.
it
putting
together,
yeah.
I like to thrift shop.
I like everything.
So that I don't care about brands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, all right, how about this? Some, like, 2002 baggy daddies with some chunky Air Forces, like, a big t-shirt. Like, that's
Yeah,
that's a
like we
no-go?
not the East Side Boys. Like,
So that's a no-go. Okay, for sure.
If you knew what you knew now, what would you do differently?
Listen to my sister and leave a lot of these people alone. Yeah. To my other sister.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
How do you feel about being friends with your ex?
It's pointless to me, cause I feel like after you get to past a certain place of like intimacy, as far as like knowing someone so deep, and then you guys split on whatever terms it is, I just feel like being friends is really pointless, cause we could have did that from jump and stayed that.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
True. Last time you drunk text someone, and what did you say?
I plead the fifth.
Okay, this one is much cooler. Name 3 things to describe yourself.
Off the beaten path.
Wait, real fast. What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Off the beaten path, like I'm not the norm.
Okay.
Like that's basically the other way to say like I'm not the norm. So off the beaten path, crazy as far as my personality, like a good crazy, like I'm very out there. I say
Okay.
really rambunctious things, and my friends literally are just
Be
like,
the same person.
yeah, my friends are just like, that's what he said anyway.
That's literally what you guys said. That's just how
And
much it is.
and Mystique.
Oh, I like that.
This is great.
I like that.
That's great. Honestly,
So-
this is a really, really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This one was fun.
that's a pleasure.
You have just been rocking with us for the past 35, 40, 41, 42 seconds. We're rocking with you back. Honestly, the support is incredible. The fact that you watched this video, amazing. My name is Michael. It's my beautiful co-host, Raj. Jig is Wavy. You've been rocking with Aanysa, too.
Hey.
Tell them where they could catch you, or if they want to see your beautiful face again, they want to listen to your music. If one of these guys wants to take you out on that date and do that
And give me
Airbnb shit,
Airbnb.
so tell them where they can find you, all of the above.
You guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at official AANYSA.
Do this. Look at get them there.
at
Yes.
official.
Hey.
Aanysa. Once again, at official Aanysa. You can find me on Facebook. I don't really know who all uses Facebook anymore. My mom used Facebook, so I'm just saying. Aanysa Hafiz, and that's AANYSAHAFIZ.
Boom!